folks, welcome to the Fast Lane Trucks 2018 Detroit Truck Preview. These are vehicles that we are going to be covering at the Detroit Auto Show.
Let's start with the trucks that we know have been unveiled in other places and they're going to be at the show.
That's right. Let's start off with Nissan.
Yeah, so Nissan, Titan, Titan XD, and Frontier now have midnight packages.
What is that?
Midnight package is black.
Black! it's black. No,
well,
it's a couple other things.
It's a dark theme, right?
Right.
So the badges are blacked out, and it's about $1,250 to get this package. And it makes your truck more sinister.
I suppose it would.
And by the way, Detroit Auto Show 2018, also called the North American International Auto Show.
NAIAS.
It basically starts this Saturday, January 13th, with the, and we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Right.
But it's just in a few days, in a couple days from now.
That's correct. And we're going to be covering all of that show. So everything we're talking about here, and also on the TFL car site, and on TFL Now, we're going to be there and we're going to be covering it. You guys have to watch. It's going to be awesome.
And please subscribe, guys. If you want to see live streams from the show, this is the channel to be on. Subscribe and see it.
Hell yeah. Let's move on to Toyota, because the Toyota Tacoma is going to get the TSSP tech.
Yeah,
What is
that is a Toyota Safety Sense with pedestrian detection technology. Basically, what Toyota is doing is they're using their might as one of the biggest automakers to put the safety technology, including adaptive cruise control, lane keep warning, or lane departure warning, and a lot of other safety technologies, driver assistance technologies in every truck and every car they make.
So this is going to be standard across the board?
Yeah, so Tacoma is getting it for 2018. So the new Tacoma is going to be there. It's going to look the same.
Right.
Just, it might have that camera in the center of the windshield.
Right.
And the Tundra is getting that technology, and those are hitting the dealers now, as well as the Sequoia.
Let's move on to Chevy Silverado.
These are big news, right?
Right. I'm sorry. There's something very interesting you guys should know. For those of you who didn't see it, Roman and I went to Texas, and we were in Fort Worth, and we had no idea at first that they were going to give us a teaser of the new Silverado. We had no idea whatsoever. We were covering a different event, basically. And the next thing you know, they use a large helicopter to lift the brand new, up-and-coming 2019 Chevy Silverado up and over the stands and literally dropped it right in front of us. And it drove onto the stage and we got to see it. Now what we saw was one version of it, which was an off-road version, and it certainly is different. As a matter of fact, a lot of the styling cues you guys are used to are gone, including the squared off wheel arches. It's now rounded off, and it looks a little bit more like a Colorado. Some of you guys were saying it looks like a Tundra. So
A little bit, some people said.
A little bit. But this is just one version of it. And what we're hoping to get at the Detroit Auto Show, the NAIS, is several versions of it so we can see what it looks like in different guys, because I have a feeling it looks a lot different with the work truck variant over the off-road variant, and etc. So definitely watch for that. We know that's going to be at the show.
Saturday the 13th of January, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be live streaming this truck, the all-new Silverado, and this doesn't come around very often.
No, it doesn't. And we hopefully will have a lot more information on that vehicle. They told us almost nothing when they previewed it, and all we knew was that the bottom of the bed was made out of steel. They really wanted to push that point home. Otherwise, they really said nothing about it, so we're going to get a lot more information.
Right, and it was a trail bus version, which is kind of exciting.
Yeah.
But let's move on to Ford now.
Yes, there's a couple things with Ford. So what's the first thing?
The first thing is the 2018 F-150 diesel.
Right.
They're putting the Power Stroke name on the F-150 for the first time ever.
Yep.
And this is a half-ton truck with a 3-liter V6 turbocharged diesel.
Now, that may sound familiar. That's because Rams had a 3-liter turbocharged V6 diesel for a little while now. And so Ford is part of the game. And some of the numbers they've been posting are incredible.
250 horsepower, 440 pound-feet of torque. So they kind of stepped just above what the ratings are on the Ram EcoDiesel. And they're targeting 30 mpg on the highway, which is a big round number for a half-ton truck. It's not finalized yet.
No.
The EPA is still working on this. So the high-efficiency Ram was rated at like 28, 29.
Something like that, yeah.
29. So Ford is saying, we can do 30.
Yep.
And they're confident about it.
Yep, and they're talking about towing more, and they're talking about holding more and everything else. Basically what they're trying to do is leapfrog the current EcoDiesel.
Yes, and we have actually a detailed story on this channel, TFL Now, so you can click through it, F-150 diesel,
Right.
and get all the information, including pricing.
So let's move on to a rumor that's we think it's a pretty good bet.
It's, a lot of people are confirming this. Ford hasn't officially put a stamp on it yet.
Right.
But the new 2019 Ford Ranger, we're expecting it at the show. I'm very excited about it because the Ranger hasn't been for sale in the United States for 8 years now, or
That's
7
right.
years now?
Ford had this idea that they wanted to get rid of the Ranger to have more people buy their F-150s, and what they found out was a lot of people still like a small truck. It's not because necessarily it gets better mileage or anything like that. In many cases, it's because it fits in a garage better, or people are just more confident driving a smaller truck. And right now, the mid-sized truck market is doing fairly well, and there's a lot of competition. So we're really happy about this. If it does come to the show, we're going to be excited, and you will get full coverage of it, I promise.
Yeah, and the images you're seeing during this video are of the European and Asian models of the Ranger. So we think it might look similar, but we don't know for sure.
Yeah, we can't, yeah. So let's move on to what we were talking about earlier.
Ram 2019 all-new truck.
I've heard some rumblings from some people saying, no, they're still using the same frame or whatever. No, all the way up from what we hear, brand new truck.
Yeah, and you've seen some spy foot images, and we're showing you some images here during this video. And basically new design,
Yep.
right? The truck looks bigger.
Yep.
New grills, so you're gonna have potentially like a luxurious grill. No more crosshairs.
Yeah, the crosshairs are gone. I'm sure you guys have seen these spy photographs before of the front end of it. So we can't really mention much else until we really see it, but we will be getting in-depth information on it, and you're going to get some really cool video out of this one as well.
So come back on Sunday, actually the 14th, when the truck drops, all new truck, all the information, all the images, everything is coming.
Yep, boom, it'll all be there on our site and also on this channel. Let's go to some rumors. There's one that actually is a popular rumor, and that is that Hyundai will finally confirm their Santa Cruz, which is a car-based pickup. And this is a rumor. There's nothing else for it. Hyundai has said nothing to us about it.
I have mixed feelings about this because they showed that concept. You were there in
Yep.
Detroit. Boom, it was so popular.
Yeah.
And then nothing. They were quiet for a year or two. Then they said, well, maybe it's coming. And then they said, no, it's not. And then they said, yes, it's coming. So I've just been pulled in every direction on this truck, and I'm kind of frustrated at this point. Yeah, and finally, if you guys are looking for the new medium-duty, like semi-truck territory, Chevy Silverado 2019, Chevrolet announced that that truck is coming in March.
Yep.
It will be shown in Indianapolis at the Work Truck Show. So the 4500, 5500 heavy-duty Silverado is not going to be at Detroit. We'll see it later. A lot more coming, so come back to this channel and also tfltruck.com.